Hey guys, welcome to today's live stream. How's everybody doing? Oh, I'm so happy to see you all. So happy. Yes, I finally got to the car, got everything out. Oh my goodness. I will say I'm doing a lot better. So thank you all. Thank you for checking on me. Thank you for asking if I'm doing okay. I am. As you can see, even my scar is healing, right? The cut on my forehead is healing. My eyes are getting better. I might not even need these for the next, I don't know, next few days. I'll still wear them for the rest of the week, but I might not even need them anymore because I am feeling a lot better. I've been getting a lot of sleep and yeah, I've just been resting my brain, right? My brain and my eyes. So I am feeling a lot better. But I feel like oh my God, the um the processing has really only now begun. I think that while we were waiting to see what was going on with the car and figuring out, what's going on with insurance and all that, it was kind of still, it happened, but it didn't feel real until I saw the car. And so I think I'm back to square one where I'm processing what happened and I don't know, I'm kind of just processing the trauma, figuring out how it was that it all happened. So I don't know. It's a weird spot that I'm in right now. Yeah, thank you guys so much for asking. She's doing really well. Thanks, Eric. MJ's doing good. She's also down to just one crutch. So she's always, she's also recovering and doing the best that she can with her healing process. She might need some physical therapy, so we're gonna see, what's going on with that. Um, but yeah, I think that luckily, yes, we are healing physically, but yeah, really the processing has started now. Seeing the car and seeing just how completely destroyed it is, and I don't know, just putting myself back to last Monday when that happened, it kinda did something to me, and yeah, it was kinda hard for me last night. So, I'm really glad to be here. I'm glad to be doing this live stream. Um, I recovered the glasses, right? So, it's crazy seeing this, right? Oh my god. So these glasses were on my head like this while I was driving because it was already 7:40. The sun was going down. It was still bright out, but I needed to see better. So I took them off because these are polarized. I took them off, put them on my head so that I can see better. A deer still ran in front of the car, right? So there was nothing I could do. Even after taking off my glasses, I couldn't see the deer, right? It just popped out of nowhere. But seeing this, it just makes it so real, right? This was on my head. They fell to my forehead, which is why, I ended up with the cut on my forehead. And then it looks like this is what got me. It scratched me in the eyeball. And look at this, right? It's complete. I mean, it cracked. Um, this completely broke off, so I can't fix them anymore. And then the actual lens came off. And I don't know, right? It happened in a millisecond probably. Um, I don't know if it was this that went into my eye and that's what caused the abrasion or if it was this actual thing, right? So the thing that cut my forehead, if that's what went into the eye and caused the abrasion and then this popped into my eye. So, again, I don't know, right? But just seeing the glasses, I mean, it was the first thing that I saw when I opened the car, and I'm like, "Holy shit, this is what almost took my whole eyeball out," right? Um, it was the first thing that I felt when I made impact. The first thing that I went for was my eyeball because it was the first thing that felt pain. And so I remember looking at it because even though it had just happened, MJ is screaming. She's like, "Get out of the car! Get out of the car!" She thought it was on fire, but it was just the smoke from the airbags. But I remember pulling down the visor to be able to see because I actually thought that I had lost my eyeball. But I noticed that I was actually bleeding from my forehead, so that's the thing that I then focused on. I put my hand on my head and I'm like, "Holy shit, I'm bleeding." Um, but yeah, it's really crazy to see it. right? It's crazy to see the car and how destroyed it was, especially after having spent such a good weekend out, right? Filming and scouting the area and hiking and being able to just enjoy the weekend for what it was. And we camped out in the car and then just seeing how it's gone now. It's completely totaled. It's a total loss. So even that hurt, right? I grieved even a car, right? Even a piece of metal. I was grieving it. So it's really weird. And I will say that it is my first accident ever. I've never been in a car crash before. Ever, ever, ever. I've been in minor fender benders, right? Somebody bumps into me or I bump into them by releasing the brake, right? Those are, minor little things. I've never been in an actual car accident, a wreck where either someone hits me or I hit something or so it's just hard. It's really hard. But luckily, luckily now it's starting. So the full recovery process is starting, and I kind of just yeah, like I said, I kind of just lost it yesterday. I spent the rest of the night just crying, um, and just grieving everything, grieving the deer, grieving the loss of her car. I feel really bad for her is the other thing, right? Because I was the driver. So, and now she's having to deal with insurance claims and she doesn't have a car and she needs a rental and I feel terrible about it. So, it's a lot of emotions, guys. It's a lot to process and it's a lot to deal with. So, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being so supportive and yeah, for being here, right? For being here with me and yeah, and being so flexible too as I get my schedule back in order and as I recovered for these past few days. And thank you all so much for the donations. I super super grateful. You guys are so amazing. And I do have a list of people that I want to thank. Everyone who's been donating to the documentary, to Venmo, to me, right? For me to be able to recover fully. You guys are amazing. And I like I said, I if this had happened in another time of my life, right? If I wasn't doing YouTube, I don't think I would be okay. I think I would actually be in a much worse place. And I think having you guys, it just gives me, I don't know, like a purpose, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to say this without sounding, weird, right? Like, I'm not saying that I didn't have purpose in life prior to you guys, right? But I'm just saying that, I wake up and I feel like, okay, everything is going to be okay because at least I still have this, right? And that's what I want to say. Like, you guys have really made this recovery process so much easier by just being you, right? Just hanging out with me, showing up to the live streams, watching with me, laughing with me, all of that. I mean, you guys are amazing. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you who is here currently, who's going to watch the replay. Thank you guys because it's hard. Um but yeah, and yeah, for all of you who live near animals, please please be safe. You guys, it holy shit, this happens just in a matter of milliseconds. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say that and wanted to show you guys my glasses. They're completely destroyed. So I'm like, okay, great. This is the second pair of these glasses that I lose. So it's great. I'm gonna buy some new ones, I guess. I'm like, oh God, I just lost my favorite pair of glasses. But hey, it does, Carolette. Thank you. It does help to talk about it. So thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, laughter also helps heal the wounds, right? It helps with the mental aspect of it, right? So, but anyway, Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you for joining today's live stream. And yes, we are back on schedule. Back on schedule. Today we're going to be watching Nichol Kessinger. Again, we're going to be listening to the very last bit of Nichol Kessinger. Some of you are like, I can't deal with this anymore. I cannot listen to that lady's voice. So, hey, I get it. That's fair. You guys will let me know in the comments. You're like, Rox, I love you, but I just can't deal with this lawnmower sound, right, in the background. So, hey, I get it. I get it. But we do have to finish. We have to finish Nicole Kessinger's second interview, especially because she's saying a bunch of ridiculous things. And at this point, she makes Kevin Koback incredibly annoyed. At least in my opinion, I hear it in the background where he's like, okay, what's next? All right, what's next on your list? Okay, yeah, huh? Anyway, that's weird. I didn't need to hear that. What's next? Right? He's kind of pushing her and asking her, what's next on your list? Tell me something that I care about. So, we are going to be listening to the rest of it. We are at 35 minutes in. So, actually, I think we had already finished a little more than that. So, let's just go ahead and fast forward. I think we were at minute 38. So yeah, so that's where we're gonna start. I hope you all brought your, anything to make you feel better, right? Your stress balls. I don't have stress balls. I have little stress kitties. Your stress ball, your favorite beverage, because yes, this is going to be a difficult one to listen to. So, hey, if you have earmuffs, wear them, but then you're not going to hear anything that is being said. So, hey, whatever floats your boat. Hey, whatever gets you through this. But draw glasses on Nikki. Yes, yeah. Yeah, whatever gets you through this, bring your spiked Dr. Pepper, bring your wine, bring whatever you need, your beer, right? Whatever. Whatever gets you through this live stream, but hey, we're going to suffer together because that is how we bond. All right. That is how we all became such good friends. We bond by listening to the same sound over and over again. Right? That's how we bond. Anyway, all right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the rest of this video.
About that area, unfortunately. So I know what you're talking about.
That's good. That helps me.
So you got ice and firewood.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we got ice. I think we did, just because I like to re-up on ice every
Who
time I go
paid for
camping.
it?
He did.
Okay. Did you think you used the debit or the gift card again?
Probably, because that was the plan in the first place. He was just like, well, hey, I've got these gift cards. If you want to use them, you don't even have to spend any money, and we can just use these. And I was like, well, that's great. So I remember for the trip, I filled up my gas tank, and I paid for gas, and I bought a little bit of groceries for the cooler. And then he took care of, like, the campsite and the board and the firewood and all of that.
Okay.
Like, I didn't actually go into that Oasis place, I don't think. I'm almost positive I didn't go in there. He did. I got in line for the board. I remember that. But their like, little board rental shop is, like, outside of the building.
Okay.
So he went inside because he went and got firewood.
Okay. All right. So Nicole Kessinger is giving us a lot of valuable information here. Let's go ahead. I just want to pull up the text message where Nicole Kessinger tells Chris that she is going to the sand dunes and that he can tag along because it's free for her. So let's just go ahead and pull that up because we are already finding contradictions in Nicole Kessinger's story. Again, right? A huge lie. Here she is claiming that no, it was actually Chris that paid for everything. She just paid for gas and a little bit of groceries for the cooler. And then he paid for everything else. Oh my God, really? That is a lot that this man, right? The one that she's claiming has no money because your wife is spending all of your hard-earned money on his shoes. Anyway, Christopher, make sure that you buy the firewood. Make sure that you also rent the sandboard. Can you give me the extra small? Yeah, my feet are a little dainty. And also, can you get me a Slim Jim? 17 of them, actually. Yeah, just go inside. Yeah, and also give me a Gatorade. It's really hot. Okay, again, what about this whole trip being free? It was supposed to be free. Why is it not free? I mean, come on. All right, let's go ahead and pull up these text messages here. It's somewhere in here. Let's go ahead and see. Oh my gosh, I'm so hooked on you. All right, I'm just pulling up all of these texts. Here it is. All right. Look at that. Exactly 8 years ago today. Exactly 8 years ago today, June 30th of 2018, Nichol Kessinger texted Christopher, "I have an idea, BTW. By the way, I have a free hot stay at the Holiday Inn. Dot dot dot. Not sure if you can swing it this month, but we can road trip to the mountains or southern Colorado for a day or two if you want. It won't cost a dime." Lol, right? LOL. It won't cost a dime, she's telling the man. It's not going to cost a dime. Yet, we just heard from Nichol Kessinger herself say that Christopher paid for everything. Let's go ahead and listen to that again.
He took care of like the campsite and
Or the gift card again?
probably because that was the plan in the first place. He was just like, well, hey, I've got these gift cards. If you want to use them, you don't even have to spend any money, and we can just use these. And I was like, well, that's great. So I remember for the trip, I filled up my gas tank and I paid for gas, and I bought a little bit of groceries for the cooler, and then he took care of like the campsite and the board and the firewood and all of that.
Okay.
Like, I didn't actually go into that Oasis place, I don't think. I'm almost positive I didn't go in there. He did. I got in line for the board. I remember that. But their like little board rental shop is like outside of the building.
Okay.
So he went inside because he went and got firewood. And then we went to the dunes.
I'm just looking at your dates, so you know you're right. The Bandamere Speedway, the Mile High Nationals, was July 21st.
Yep. Yeah, she's right about that. So, again, what do we think about this? She's claiming that Chris paid for everything because that was the plan to begin with, is what she says. Oh, that was the whole plan to begin with. He was just going to use all of his Anadarko gift cards. How many gift cards does he have? Holy shit. The board itself, right? I mean, he had to rent the board. I will say that is lie number one, because to rent boards, you can't rent them with gift cards. Sorry, but you can't. You need a credit card because you are renting something that belongs to Oasis, and so you have to return it in one piece. And so yeah, just a little hint out there for everybody. Yeah, when I went out to rent these boards myself, I was asked for a credit card. I couldn't even use a debit card because they were like, okay, if you want to use your debit card, we're going to take $250 out of it as a hold so that we can get this board back. Yeah, $250 is what they put on a hold on your credit card if you want to rent one of these boards that, it's only $20 to rent, but they're going to put a hold on it because they want it back. And so I do wonder, how did Chris use his gift card on a board that he had to return, on a board that needed to be returned, and there needed to be a hold placed on it so that it can be returned properly? I don't know. Again, right? How does that work? How did Chris pay for the board with his gift cards? Somebody please explain it to me because I experienced it myself and that's not how it works. So, again, this is just another one of Nichol Kessinger's lies. Yeah, 250. Yes. Yeah, that's how much they put on the hold. $250 for an old board, right? It's an old board. It's literally falling apart. It's been used so many times up and down the dunes, and it's completely falling apart. Yeah, they put a $250 hold on that thing. Yeah. If you rent two boards, that's $500 that goes on a hold on your credit card. If you use a debit card, that's $500 out of your debit card right off the bat. And then you get it back depending on your bank, is what I was told. Well, I don't know. What bank do you have? I don't know, have Chase? Oh, okay. Well, it depends on how long Chase is going to give you the $500 back. I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay. Here, let me put it on this credit card then. So, yeah. So here we go, right? We have yet another one of Nichol Kessinger's lies. She's lying about who's paying for these things. She is saying that it won't cost a dime. So what do we think, right? What do we think? Who actually paid for these boards? She's saying it was Chris. She said she got in line, though. She's like, I got in line. The boards are on the outside. And he went in to buy firewood and give me my 17 Slim Jims and my Gatorade. But I don't know. I think he paid for it. Who do we think paid for the boards? Was it Nichol Kessinger or was it Chris Watts? Someone paid with a credit card because I don't think either of them were okay with $250 being taken from their debit. I don't think that Chris had $250 to be taken out of his debit. And I don't think that he would have, knowing that Shanann would have seen that $250 are being held for a sandboard at the Sand Dunes National Park, at the Oasis. I don't think he would have done that. So someone used their credit card to pay for something, and I don't know who it was, but it was definitely not Chris and his gift card. So what do we think? Yeah. Yeah, $250. Yeah, we've been balling. Exactly. Yeah, I thought the credit cards were maxed out. Hey, so then, yeah, so hey, that's a very good point. If Chris's credit cards were maxed out, then the boards were paid by Jim. Right. Or sorry, not Jim. Nichol Kessinger. Sorry, Eric. I saw NK or Jim. Right. Yeah. So I believe that they were paid for by Nichol Kessinger, right? She's the one who put them on the credit card, yet she is lying to Kevin and saying, oh, he's the one who paid for it, right? Why do we think she's lying? The thing is, when Nichol Kessinger is lying, we don't only have to see the lie for what it is. We need to try and figure out why she's lying, right? What is the purpose of her fabricating a story? She could very well just say, "Yeah, I paid for everything." But she's not saying that. She's saying that he paid for most of it. She only paid for gas and groceries is what she's saying. So what's the purpose of the fabrication? I think, right? This is my opinion. I think that the purpose of the fabrication is that she doesn't want to make it seem like she's the one that planned this entire elaborate weekend getaway for him. She is still trying to convince police that she was not into him as much as he was into her. So if she goes on and tells Kevin, oh, yeah, I paid for everything. I'm the one who reserved the campsite. I also reserved this. I'm the one who got the sandboards. I'm the one who showed him how to start a fire, right? Then it's going to sound like she's the one who cared more about this trip than he did. And that's the truth, though, right? The truth is that Nichol Kessinger planned this trip for him. It's not that it was planned before he existed and she just asked him to, tag along, as she's making it sound like. It's not that he's tagging along, it's that she planned it for him and for both of them to go out there specifically the weekend before he was supposed to go see his family in North Carolina. That is why I believe that she is fabricating the story about who paid for what at the sand dunes. But anyway, what do we think? Maybe Jimmy paid for it. Yeah, some people, yeah. Some people think that maybe Jim paid for it. What did he Venmo her? Did he Zelle her? Do we think that Jim tagged along? What do we think? It might have been Jim. Yeah, Jim was there. Yeah, I don't get it. Most people surf on water. Who's done enough to try and surf on sand? Well, yeah, it's one of the things that you do when you're out at the sand dunes. You surf. Yeah, you go down the dunes, right? And you hang low, right? You're like, "Hey, Chris, how do I look? Am I going fast enough?" You're so exactly, right? Is what we hear Chris say to her because she's going at 2 miles an hour, probably even less than that, right? She's barely even moving. But yeah, I mean, what do we think about this? I do have something in my eye, so let me just get it out. I'm like, oh God, what is that? Yeah, what do we think? Maybe Jim paid for it. Yeah, so we think maybe Jim paid for it. She wants them to think she was pursued. Yes, just Josie's. Yes, I think so too. Remember, Shanann thought it was strange that he changed his lock screen to the dunes, so she knew he'd been there. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Backer. Yeah, that's very true. He's changed his background photo to the sand dunes. Which would be weird, right? If he's never been there, why did he change it to that? I would be suspicious. I'd be like, hold on. You've never been to the sand dunes. Where did you get this idea to change your background photo to this? Right? That would totally be a red flag for me. Yeah, he bought a shirt from there and wore it to North Carolina. Oh my god. Did he? Wait, did he? No way. Did he really? I don't remember seeing a shirt from the sand dunes that he was wearing at North Carolina, but huh. I mean, let me know. Send me the link and I can watch it. We can watch it together. Um, yeah. Hi, Christina. Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited. Hey, Rox, you rock. Oh, thank you. I hope you're feeling better today. NK is a master liar, and everything she does or did with Chris Watts was for her benefit. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I agree. Thanks, Christina. Um, yeah, Portia and children, they paid for their lives. Yes, these bad people. Exactly. Right. So the thing is, when you actually look into Nichol Kessinger and her events, right? So all of her logs, everything that she did and all of her lies, you start to see that the reason that she lied a lot was not because she was ashamed. It's because she's lying how she's lying about how into Chris she really was. Because again, she's trying to make herself not the catalyst. She's trying to blame it on finances, on serial killers, on thrive patches, on anything except her. However, we know that Chris murdered his family because of a mistress, right? It's a tale as old as time. It's not the first time that it happens that a man murders his family to be with another woman. I can name two men right off the top of my head, right? Chris Coleman and Scott Peterson. It's not something that has never been unheard of. Men murder their wives and their families to be with other women all the time. But yet she's trying to frame it as, oh no, it's because of finances. Yet she still contradicts herself by saying that Chris paid for everything, but he was broke. So then, if anything, she's also contributing to his financial problems. So, okay. Again, which is it? Oh my goodness, right? It's it's so crazy because it's crazy that she tries to pull herself away from it by saying, "Oh no, it wasn't me." And then says it's finances, but at the same time tells Kevin that he paid for everything. So it's a contradiction in and of itself. It's contradiction on top of contradictions. It's I don't even know how to explain that. Is there a name for that? When you contradict your original lie and so then you just contradict another lie? It's like, what's going on here? How many contradictions are we trying to keep in track of? Because there's a lot. But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I was going to say. Get
yep,
online and see if that
yep,
matches.
it does.
Okay,
So
so
we're
then
good.
all those other dates should be good. The only one that I'm not 100% sure about is the movie. It was that weekend, that
Okay.
movie, the 6th and the 7th. It was that weekend. I just don't remember what day
Okay.
of the weekend. I don't think it was a Sunday though. I really think it was a Friday or Saturday. Like I'm almost positive I didn't have to work in the morning.
All right.
I'm almost positive, she says. So she says she's almost positive about the movie day, right? So now she's talking about the movie day. She's like, "Oh, you're asking me way too much, way too many questions about the sand dunes. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the movies." I can't remember when I went. I think it was on Sunday, but it wasn't a Sunday. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, what else? Right? We're looking at the day that she says that she went to the movies, right? It's right here. Chris Watts and Nicole Kessinger go to the movies on Friday the 6th and the 7th. She says she doesn't think it was a Sunday. She thinks it was one of these days. And she also lied and she said that the movie was sold out. Now, again, this is a not that sorry to everybody who likes Jurassic World, but I don't like it. It's which is not a good remake or a good movie or whatever. But she's saying that that movie was sold out. I mean, what are the chances of Chris Pratt selling out any of his movies? A very little, right? Zero, in my opinion. Um, I don't think he would ever be in a movie that would sell out. But she's claiming that Jurassic World was sold out a whole 2.5 weeks after it was released. Which again, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that Jurassic World would sell out in the first place. It's also ridiculous that it would sell out 2 weeks after it was released. It's not Titanic, right? We're not talking about Titanic here. We're talking about Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt and Jurassic World in 2018. Okay. So I don't think it was actually sold out. So yet again, another lie. But here we go. She's talking about it because she doesn't want to talk about the sand dunes. Let's continue.
So what's after the Great Sand Dunes?
Okay, so we went to the dunes, and then we went and returned the board, and then we went back to the campsite, and we lit a fire, and we ate, and we just hung out by the fire for a few hours and just visited, and then it started raining really hard. So we put everything in the tent and put out the fire, and we went in the tent, and I remember he was like wide awake, and I was so tired, like, oh my God, I wanted to sleep so bad, and he just like would not sleep, and it was kind of bugging me. Like I think I would like almost like wake up and like half subconsciously like have a conversation with him for a sec, and then like doze back off. And I just remember being so tired, and he was up probably for a while.
He was up probably for a while. All right. So this actually looks very, very familiar to me. Yeah, this is Zapata Falls campground here that we're looking at. And Chris made a video of it. Let's go ahead and watch. Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, Chris was loving it. He's like, "Oh my God, I've never been camping before." Nichol Kessinger is now talking about it started raining really hard after we ate. And then she's saying that they put everything back in the car and oh my God, this, that, and the other thing. Again, there's a lot of extra information that we don't care about. Why do we care that it was raining? Why do we care that the fire was put out because of the rain? Oh, it's because the rain was a little wet, Kevin. Can you believe that? Can you believe? Is water really wet or is wet water, right? She's asking all kinds of ridiculous riddles here, right? Riddle me this, Kevin. Why was the fire put out? It was raining really hard, right? Again, why does it matter? Why does it matter? She's going into details that don't really matter. What we want to know, or I should say what they want to know, is what else happened with you and Chris while you were out there that is in any way, shape, or form relevant to the actual investigation into 4 murdered people. She talks about eating and the water being wet and it's raining. Oh my God. It's just, it is so insane, right? Yeah. So he took a photo of the tent. Let's go ahead and there's another one. So this is the blurry one because Chris deleted it and it was recovered. And so when you recover it, it looks really pretty, right? It looks pretty just like this. And yeah, so she has what? Looks like she has a North Face tent here. It's fully covered. First time that Chris ever went camping. So of course he's going to remember this trip for the rest of his life, right? Again, this is a trip of a lifetime that Nichol Kessinger gave Chris the weekend before he was supposed to meet his family. This is why it was so important to Nichol, right? It was important to her because she needed to make sure that if Chris was going to make a decision, that it was her that he chose, not his family. And the best way to do that is to give him a bunch of firsts. First camping trip, first sandboarding experience, first fire. Oh, Chris, you've never started a fire before? Okay, here's a lighter. Here's some lighter fluid. And then you just throw it in there. Yeah, throw it in there. Oh shit, now everything's on fire, right? A bunch of firsts. So of course, Chris, when he went back home to North Carolina, he's thinking, this is not as fun as the trip that I just left with my mistress, Nichol Kessinger. So again, right? When we think about why she's fabricating stories, it's because she's trying to make it seem like she wasn't that into this trip, even though she was, because she planned it for him, What do we think? Boops, there's a very similar campsite at the Valley View Hot Springs. Oh, yes, it's on their website. Oh, yeah, yeah, yes, yes, I know. Yeah, definitely taking a look at all of these campsites, like as you know, I was there and I was looking at it for myself. So, yeah, this looks very, very familiar. Definitely Zapata Falls. We're looking into other places that they may have been to. So, yeah. What was that a video that Chris took? Is that why there was music? I always thought that was only a photo. Yes, yes. Yeah, this is a video. It looks like he's playing music in the background, right? So he's playing some music. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this, by the way. I mean, it's only a few seconds, so hopefully not. But yeah, he's playing some music in the background and he's filming. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch it. Yeah, let's go ahead and watch it again. Yeah, it lasts 2 seconds, right? 2 seconds, that's it. I don't know if it was longer than that and it stopped, but that's it. Yeah. What do we think about that? Yeah, definitely Zapata Falls. Mhm. But then again, if you never went camping either, if they didn't have a family fireplace, I guess that would be normal for some people. It's just not normal with my upbringing and pastimes. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I guess, yeah, that would make sense, right? If you've never, even if you've never been camping. Yeah, I guess, a lot of people don't go. I didn't go camping when I was growing up. I went camping as an adult because it's something that I wanted to do, right? Oh, boobs. Oh my god. Oh man. Can anyone else remember Chris saying that he woke up in the tent alone and NK was gone for a really long time? No, I don't remember that. If you do though, send it my way. All right, let's continue.
Okay. And
And
so you guys come back to the Denver metro area on Sunday?
kind of, yeah. But we went. One of my friends wanted us to go to the Renaissance Festival, and she didn't know who I was with, but she was just like, the Renaissance Festival in Colorado Springs, and she was like, "Oh, you should stop by." And I made up an excuse to not go over there. I just told her, I was like, "Yeah, I don't really know," and I kind of got out of it because I didn't want her to meet him.
I got it. What friend?
Oh. So she lied about a Renaissance festival because she didn't want the friend to meet Chris. She didn't tell him, or sorry, she didn't tell her friend, whoever this friend is, that she was at the sand dunes with Chris Watts. Let's look up. I'm curious. I want to look up the this place, right? The Renaissance festival that happened. She said what? Colorado Springs? It happened in Colorado Springs and it happened in 2018. I just want to see the date. Okay, so, huh. All right, here it is. Is this the one that she's talking about? Okay, right here. All right. So that was the 42nd annual Colorado Renaissance Fair from June 16 through August 5th. And it was in Larkspur. Is that what it's called? Larkspur, Colorado, between Denver and Colorado Springs. Yeah, so June 16, right? This camping trip of theirs, this took place on July 28th through the 29th. So yeah, of course she couldn't go because she was out there. But I do wonder if she went later. She says that she lies though. She's like, "Oh, I didn't want him. I don't want my friend to meet him. So I just made up an excuse." Okay, well, just go ahead and listen to what she says.
Was that?
Charlotte.
Okay. So did Charlotte ever meet Chris?
No.
What? Who was that? Charlotte. Her best friend. Why is she lying to her best friend about Chris? Is that not her best friend? She's lying to her best friend. She's like, "Oh, I don't want you to meet Chris." It was her friend Charlotte. Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, but she's lying again, right? She's like, I don't want her to meet Chris. Yet she was okay with Jim meeting Chris, right? That's what we think. We think at least I do, I believe that Jim met Chris. At one of the times, it was either they probably went out to eat, they probably went out on a hike once, and if not, they probably met when Jim was over taking care of Nicole Kessinger's dogs the morning of the sand dunes, the morning that they were supposed to take off for an entire weekend, and she didn't have anyone watching her dog except for Jim, the guy who had a key to her apartment and whose dog, right? Nicole Kessinger's dog loved him. Oh, my dog loves Jim, she says. Who else says that, Chris? Oh, Nikki's dog loved me. That's why she invited me over and gave me a key. I'm special. Little did he know that she also gave a key to her friend Jim, right? I think that that's how they met. But you guys let me know what you think. If my best friend doesn't meet my man, I don't trust him. Exactly, right? Exactly, Dragon Onion. Exactly. If you're if you're not introducing your new boyfriend to your friend, there's something going on there. Either you don't like your best friend anymore or you don't trust the guy that you're with. Or you don't trust what your best friend is going to say about the guy, right? I know that that happens a lot. That happens a lot. I don't wanna introduce my boyfriend to my sister, right? Like, I feel that that might be my sister, right? My sister might be like, "I don't wanna introduce my boyfriend to my sister," because I am going to be a little I'm gonna be like, "Okay, so where are you from, guy? How are you treating her?" Right? Of course, we know these things. But the thing with Nicole is that she didn't want Chris meeting Charlotte, even though it's her best friend. And she claims that she was just kind of dating Chris, right? So I don't know. She is making it sound like, oh, I didn't really want her to meet him because I wasn't really sure about him. Yet she planned an entire weekend to the sand dunes for a guy that she wasn't sure about, so unsure that she didn't even tell her friend Charlotte about him, and then even lies to Charlotte and says, I can't go. My tummy hurts, or whatever lie she made up, right? That's a lot of elaborate lies just to hide a guy that you're seeing. I don't know. You guys let me know. It's a lot of lies, lies on top of lies. For what reason? What, she just didn't want Charlotte to talk shit about how short he was? Is that it? Oh, he's 5'10". Oh, Nikki, you can do so much better. I saw a man that was 6'17" at the other lazy dog. Yeah, yeah, no, not that one. You don't like that menu. No, the other lazy dog. Yeah, he was 6'17", super tall. This guy is way too short. Are you sure he's not a leprechaun? Right? What kind of thing? I mean, what was she trying to keep Charlotte from seeing? Oh my god. Potatoes don't have legs. Yeah, was she ashamed of his potato head or well, he's got a nice body, Charlotte. He works out. He's kind of ripped, but his head is kind of potatoey. Yeah, please don't make fun of him. One of his eyes spins a little bit. Just don't even look at it. Don't even mention it. Yeah, he's a little insecure. Just don't make fun of his potato head, please. Is that why she didn't want to introduce him to Charlotte? Anyway, let's continue.
None of my friends ever met him.
Okay.
And then on the way back up, we stopped in Colorado Springs to eat, and we stopped at a restaurant called BJ's.
We stopped by Colorado Springs to eat? Is that a question? She sounds a lot like someone else that we know. The person's name is Nichol Kessinger's cousin, right? She sounds a lot like her cousin, doesn't she? Especially with the and the drunk sounds that we hear in the background. I haven't heard the the fire alarm go beep, but other than that, it sounds a lot like Nicole's cousin, right? Sounds a lot like her. Yeah. What do we think here? We're listening to her voice. We're not seeing her face. She sounds to me A lot like Nicole's cousin. Oh, she's my cousin. Yes, and that's why I asked you guys to bring your favorite beverage so that we can all sound just as drunk as Nicole's cousin.
On Nevada
Oh my
and
god.
I-25,
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I just remember.
right by the University of Colorado. There's a bunch of buildings, and it's a big strip center. There's like a Costco.
Oh, wait, I think I remember the Costco. Because don't you kind of have to like from the highway, you can like see, or
Yep.
not the highway, but that main road, you can like see the Costco, and then you have to kind of like turn in and around into
Yep.
that shopping center.
Mm-hmm.
She just spent a whole minute explaining, I think it is that one because of the Costco. Yeah, when you're driving down I-25, there's like a huge Costco. Is that the Costco you're talking about? Yeah, and then you exit and then you kind of turn. You go around, you make a left. And then you make a left next to like the homeless person asking for money on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you make another left and there's like a Motel 6 that has been abandoned. Is that the one you're talking about? Oh, you're talking about the other Costco. Okay. So it's not that one. I thought you were talking about the Costco that is down up the other road. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's the one you're talking about. Okay. I thought you were talking about the other Costco. I'm just so confused. Oh, you said Costco. I thought you meant IKEA. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you're paying attention because I have no idea what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. She's explaining directions to Kevin. Oh, is that the one you mean, Kevin? Oh my God. Again, she spent an entire minute saying a bunch of nonsense. Who cares? Who cares, Nicole? Yes, it's that one. It's the one by the Costco. How many Costcos are there? There aren't even that many in Colorado. And she's like, which one? Oh my God. Ugh. I wonder if she's like, wait, did you mean Costco or Sam's Club? I have a card for Sam's Club, not Costco anymore because I just don't like Costco because I don't like how they charge you every year. Then they ask me to take a photo and they never retake it. If I look ugly, they don't ask me if I want to retake it. Sam's Club does though. They asked me last time because I came out really pixelated and so that's why I really like Sam's Club better. But anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, she goes down an entire ramble session that has nothing to do with anything. Oh my goodness. And she's talking about BJ's. All right. She's talking about BJ's restaurants. So let's continue.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. BJ's. It's more like a brew house, I guess, kind of.
Yes, yes, and it's like really nice. That place. It's like a nice restaurant. I mean, not like nice, but it's just like yeah.
Okay.
It's a decent place.
So that would have been.
It's a big place. That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for. It's a big restaurant.
Sunday.
That's what I was looking for. She says it's a decent place. I mean, it's not really that nice. It's like whatever. It's oh God, what's the opposite of small? Large. That's the word I was looking for. It's very large, very big. Okay, so she's talking about BJ's here. Oh my goodness. She's talking about BJ's. Let's go ahead and look at BJ's restaurant. I've ate at BJ's many, many times, especially back in California. They have so many everywhere in California. I've been to BJ's many times and it's like whatever, right? It's another lazy dog. So I wouldn't say it's that great, but she's talking about the big one. Oh, it's really big. Okay, so all right, let's go ahead and look up the BJ's restaurant. It's big. Oh my God. All right, let's see here. Is this the first time that Chris ever went to BJ's? Is that what's going on here? Is that why she's like, oh my God, it was so big? Okay. All right, here we go. So this is BJ's restaurant. Let's go ahead and look at the menu, the meal deals. What is this? Okay, I don't know what any of this is. Okay, stop showing me that. Change location. Oh my goodness, I don't know why it's asking me all these weird questions. Okay, well, we can't see the, oh, there we go. Okay, now it just went blank. Okay, so even the website doesn't work. Okay, all right. So this is what we're looking at, right? So more reasons to celebrate. They have s'mores, pizookie, right? They have just a lot of I don't know, what do we wanna call this? American, comfort food? Yeah, that's what they have there, right? They have a bunch of American comfort food, and it's called the place is called the Brew House because that's what they have there. And again, she's spending way too much time talking about BJ's and how big it is, and she's not spending any time talking about anything that is important to the case itself. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Tiger. I did see it. Oh my gosh, I want to make sure I don't miss them. Thank you so much, Tiger. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Let's go ahead and celebrate. Did I miss another one earlier? Oh, yes, Boops. Thank you so much. 2019 interview. He says he met a rehab guy, Gino. Oh, really? Are we talking about Chris? So Chris's interview with the investigators, the one that we're still finishing, right? Oh, thank you for that, Boobs. Thank you for that. Yeah, we are in the middle of finishing that, their videos, so we're almost done with that full video, but thank you so much for that. I did not know that he said that he met Gino. What? Wow. It's actually called BJ's Kevin, you dolt. Kevin, is he just playing dumb? I sometimes I think he's just playing dumb, isn't he? He just plays dumb a lot of the times. He's like, is that the what kind of BJ do you mean? The restaurant? Or was it something that you and Chris played together while you were at the tents? Oh my goodness. What face twister, right? Is probably what he's asking. Is that what you mean, Nikki? Oh my God. Boops. Yes, he gets Trent B and a rehab guy mixed up. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah, we'll definitely get to that. I do want to finish that whole video, but yeah, let's continue.
July 29th.
That what day did you
Would it have
give
been
me?
Sunday,
Yeah,
July
Sunday.
29th?
Yeah, it was Sunday, July 29th. And if you walk in the restaurant, so picture walking in, and the front doors are behind you. We were sat to the right on the first level. There's a few different levels. So we were sat on the right side, and then in the right side we were on the left portion of the section on the right side. There's these little single seater booths. They're
Okay.
really small.
Okay.
So almost in the center of the restaurant, almost, but just kind of on the right section of the main floor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Did you
there was
pay?
that.
Did he again pay with a gift card at that time?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, he paid. Yeah, he took me out to dinner. Oh, I was the one who invited Chris to tag along because I told him everything was going to be free and it wasn't going to cost a dime. But yeah, he paid. Yeah, he paid with his gift cards. Again, how is this man supposed to manage his finances when the mistress is taking all of his money? How? How is he supposed to manage his finances, guys? The mistress is literally saying here that it was Chris that paid for everything, right? The other thing is that no one even asked her. No one asked her, hey, Nicole, where did you sit? But she willingly gave up the information of where she sat. I sat exactly on the booth over to the left. If I remember correctly, the person who sat us, she said via her radio, she said, table 16D. That's how I remember. So if you go in there and you look at the cameras, it's actually table 16D to the left. Why do we care? Again, she's giving information because she has it, right? This is the information that she wants to give because I think she can prove that she was at BJ's that day. However, the same cannot be said about the lazy dog. When she talks about the lazy dog, she does not go into detail about where she sat. She says, we were about to get sat and then I didn't like the menu. Even though, right, and thank you so much to everybody who pointed this out. I incorrectly stated in one of my last live streams that Lazy Dog is a franchise. In fact, it's not. It's not at all a franchise, not even close. It is privately owned by Lazy Dog. So there is no franchise. So I was really trying to give Nicole Kessinger the benefit of the doubt that maybe the menu changed because it was a franchise, except it's not a franchise. Every menu at the Lazy Dog is exactly the same, every single one, because of quality control purposes, right? They want to make sure that if you go to the Lazy Dog in California, it's the same one as the one in Wisconsin, is the same one as the one in Alaska, it's the same one as the one in Florida, right? They're all the same. So, again, she didn't want to give information about the Lazy Dog, but she wants to give a lot of information about the BJ's restaurant that no one asked her about. Why? I think it's because they actually have footage. She can prove that she was there, so she gave him information that didn't matter. What do we think? You sank my battleship. Nice. I'm really bad at Battleship, by the way. Please don't play. If you're playing Battleship with me, I'm gonna lose every single time. I suck at that game. Yeah, the mistress is giving him the gift cards. Exactly, right? Exactly. How many gift cards do you have, Christopher? I remember that I gave you at least 27. Was it 27 or was it at least 30 last week? Because I like the way that you combed your hair, right? So she's asking, where are they? Did you spend them on Shanann? Did you spend them on your children? Right? She wants to make sure that all of the gift cards are spent on her, not on his family. Oh no, Chris. If you're going to go bankrupt, you're going to go bankrupt for me, not them. I don't care if you go bankrupt as long as the money is spent on me. Wow. Very interesting there, right? Again, this is Nicole, the financial advisor, telling Chris, spend all of your money on me. Let's continue.
All right.
And then we went home.
What?
Okay. Did you see him the following weekend? Okay.
What did she say?
On the like first level, like there's like a few different levels. So we were sat on the right side, and then in the right side we were on the like left portion of the section on the right side. Like there's little like single seater booths. They're
Okay.
really small.
Okay.
Small.
So almost like in the center.
Single seater booth. Very small. Yeah, she's talking about the booths.
The restaurant almost, but just like kind of on the right section of the main floor.
Okay.
Okay, so
Did you
there was
pay?
that.
Did he again pay with a gift card at that time?
Yes.
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 Okay.
He did. He was taking me out.
All
Remember?
right.
And then we went home.
Okay. Did you see
And then we went home. Then they went home, is what she's saying. So they ate at BJ's. Chris paid for everything yet again, right? Yet again. She only paid for her gas because she drove her car. And she only purchased a few groceries for the cooler. So everything else, Chris paid. At the sand dunes, he paid. The sandboard, he paid. He paid for the what is it? The campsite. He paid. So what? He went on reservation.gov and paid for it. He must have also paid for the entrance into the sand dunes. What else did he pay for? He paid for the food on the way back to BJ's. I mean, that's a lot of money. How many gift cards was this man spending on this woman? Right? Again, the financial advisor, right? I'm going to keep repeating it because she made herself a financial advisor, yet she's saying here that she made Chris pay for everything. Everything. Let's continue.
him the following weekend?
No, because he was out of town.
Okay. Do you know where he went?
Yeah, he went to North Carolina.
Do you remember the dates?
No, I think.
Oh my God. I think. What? My opinion, but I sensed resentment in her voice and the way she said, ugh, North Carolina. She doesn't even say, oh yeah, Chris went back home to see his family. She says, he went out of town. Oh yeah, where to? North Carolina. right? She says it with such disdain in her voice. Let's go ahead and listen to that again.
The main floor.
Okay.
Okay, so
Did you
there was
pay?
that.
Did he again pay with a gift card at that time?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
And then we went home.
Okay. Did you see him the following weekend?
No, because he was out of town.
Okay. Do you know where he went?
Yeah, he went to North Carolina.
Do you remember?
Yeah, he went to North Carolina. Yeah, he was out of town when he was in North Carolina. Did we hear that? Or is it just me? I heard, yeah, it's North Carolina. What? And then she says, I think. She claims, all right, again, Nichol Kessinger, the woman who just gave her man the weekend of a lifetime. She claims that she has no idea when he flew out to North Carolina. Wow. They got back. Look at that. They got back on Sunday. And then Chris flew out on Monday. And she says she has no idea when he flew out. No idea. So when they're driving back from BJ's, right? Nichol Kessinger's driving. Oh, thank you, Christopher. I'm so glad you came out with me. Yeah, I'm so glad that you paid for everything. It just sucks that we have to drive back because you have to fly out tomorrow. Oh my God, we have to drive back all the way from the sand dunes. I really wanted to show you Crestone. It's so pretty. And I really wanted to take you to all of the different, hot springs that there are. They're everywhere. But oh my God, it's because you have to fly out tomorrow that we have to go back. Ugh. But anyway, thank you for going with me, Christopher. They're driving back home because Chris has to make a flight the next day, right? Otherwise, I believe that they would have been out there for much longer. They would have been out there maybe for 2 or 3 days. They would have camped out much longer. They would have gone out to see all of the hot springs, all of the dunes. They would have climbed they would have climbed to the very top of it. Who knows? Possibly even backpacked through the sand dunes had he not had to catch a flight the next day. So again, it makes no sense to me, at least, that she's driving back from the sand dunes, driving back from, going to BJ's. And she's like, oh man, we have to make it back at a certain time because you have to pack and you have to be at the freaking airport the next day. Wait, she wouldn't know that even though she just took her boyfriend out on an entire elaborate date? Come on, really? Do we really believe this? Do we believe that she was just dating casually? Oh, I'm just dating him casually. I don't even care that he's flying out tomorrow. None of this makes sense, right? It does not make sense. Let's go ahead and listen to that. Oh my God. I just want to listen to it again. Let's listen to it again.
All right.
And then we went home.
Okay. Did you see him the following weekend?
No, because he was out of town.
Okay. Do you know where he went?
Yeah, he went to North Carolina.
Do you remember the dates?
No, I want to say that he left on the 31st of July.
I think. Right. So she answers no and then says, I think. Right. And she says, I want to say he left on the 31st of July. But he left on Monday and she knows that, right? She knows that because let's go ahead and pull up her phone records. Oh man, every time that she contradicts herself, I like to pull up her phone records. All right, so July 30th. Okay, so look at this. They got back from BJ's, right? She's driving. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe you have to pack. I can't believe you have to leave me for your family to go back to North Carolina. Ugh, North Carolina sucks. They don't even have sand dunes there. Oh my God, the night sky, so polluted. Do they even have hot springs? Do they even have water in North Carolina, right? I can imagine all the things that she's saying about North Carolina. And then here we go. July 30th, Christopher calls her at 5:30 in the morning. 3-minute conversation, right? So she talked to him, right? She talked to him on the phone, and then she talks to him on the phone again at 4:43 p.m. She is in Fort Lupton, Colorado, and he left a voicemail deposit for a minute. There's another phone call on July 30th at 4:48 p.m. She was in Brighton, and another incoming call 8 minutes. All right. So, it looks like she's very aware of where Chris is because she's talking to him on July 30th. She's also talking to him on July 31st. There's another phone call that comes in at 4:58 in the morning. She is in Thornton. It is an incoming call for 5 minutes. So she knows exactly where he is. There's another call on the same day. Look at that, July 31st, 3:49. She's in Platteville, so I'm assuming she's at work or somewhere near work. Incoming call, 4 minutes. Again, 10:19 p.m., right? We can keep going down her entire phone log to prove that she's lying about everything. She knows exactly where Chris is, when he's calling her, and at the same time, she's sending him a bunch of nudes, reminding him, hey, just so you know, in case you forget, I'm here. Please don't forget the trip that I sent you on, please. Yeah, what about this one? Do you like this angle? Now, what about this one? Yeah, well, no, you don't like it? Okay, well, maybe some on the backside, right? She's getting all kinds of ridiculous photos sent to him while she's also claiming that she told Chris to work on his marriage with his family. Wow, lots of contradictions and lots of lies. Wow. It is so insane to me that no one called this out. Where is Kevin? Does he not have a calendar in front of him? Is he not looking at any of this? Or maybe he isn't, right? Let me just give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He did not have any of this information that we have now. But again, what is up with this? He's not going to ask her any more questions? Really? You don't know when your boyfriend took off? You just told me you went on a whole trip to the sand dunes with him. Oh my God. Let's continue. Let's hear the rest of her nonsense. This is going to get crazy. You guys, get your favorite beverage ready because here we go. This is the part I was waiting for. I got H2O because I can't be drinking right now anything because of my head. So I have H2O, but if you have your favorite beverage, now is the time.
I'm almost positive because we hung out the weekend prior at the sand dunes, and then he went to work on Monday, the 30th. I remember that. And then I think he left on Tuesday, the 31st of July. I think. And I don't remember when he got home.
Okay. Next time you guys go out?
Was that Saturday.
Saturday.
The 11th.
And you guys,
And that was,
the lazy
yeah,
dog.
the story, yeah.
Okay. So we got that all down. What's next on your list?
Sorry, I forgot about all that stuff.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So she says that the other time, okay, let's back up. The first thing that she says is, I don't know when he got back. And then says, "Oh, I met up with him on that Saturday, the 11th, maybe? I don't really know. Yeah, this was the day that they went to the Lazy Dog. But we also have here a bunch of other things, right? So Nichol Kessinger gave Chris the key on Wednesday. So she definitely met up with him before Saturday. So that is a lie, right? Ding, 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 ding. That is a lie. Take a shot, everybody. She also Googles marrying your mistress, right? Will my man marry me? I'm the mistress. I'm the other woman. What is the statistical probability that a married man is going to leave his family for a mistress, right? These are all the things that she's looking up. It is also the day that, look, Chris canceled his Facebook page. Chris also saved the dunes as his screensaver. And Chris also went to the ultrasound possibly to find out if Shanann was still pregnant, right? Again, we don't know, but there are theories that maybe Chris tried to do something to baby Nico so that she can lose the baby and that it would be easier for him to leave his family. Who really knows, right? But he went to the ultrasound that day. And the same day, Nichol Kessinger gives him a key. Interesting. So they did meet, right? They definitely met. Look at this. Chris Watts Googles Audi Q7. Why is he Googling Audis? Why is Chris Googling Audis? Uh, Chris Watts logs into Instagram. He had Instagram. What? Chris Watts took the day off. And there's also the doll picture, right? The weird picture that we see that is, the doll is covered up and it's sitting on the couch. All of that happened on Thursday. Now, why did Chris take the day off, right? That's a question. It's a question that we are all wondering. This is the another one, right? He also took the day off on, or wait, are we mistaken here? Okay, I need to check this. I don't know. I'm like, wait, did he take 2 days off? I'm second guessing myself now. But here on Friday, the Fire Stick, right? We know about the Fire Stick. There's also the happy anniversary text. Nichol Kessinger went to the baseball game with her friend Danielle. And there's a bunch of other things going on here the same day that Shanann left for Arizona. So I don't believe this. I don't believe that they met on Saturday. They definitely met as soon as Chris got back. I do believe it. I mean, again, these two cannot keep their hands off one another. They're both saying that they are, what, addicted? Oh, so weird to say. It's weird to say that about someone. I'm addicted to you. Ugh, gross. That just means you're lusting after them, and the lust is going to wear off after a few months, if that, maybe a few weeks. But that's what they're saying, right? They can't keep their hands off each other. But Nichol Kessinger is saying the first time I saw him when he got back was Saturday. That's why she doesn't know when he got back. Oh, please, BS. How did she give him the key then? Right? What she made a little paper airplane and threw it in the air, and she's like, "Oh, I hope it gets to Chris." What did she find a pigeon flying around? And she's like, "Come here, pigeon. I have something for Christopher. Yeah, his name is Twisterfer Twats. Yeah, make sure it's the guy with the spinning eyeball. No, it's not the other one. No, the other one is Chris Getman. Yeah. It's this, yeah, Twister for Twats. That is what he goes by. Yeah, make sure this key gets to him, please. Bye, pigeon. Let me know." Is that what happened? The pigeon just dropped off the key and it lands on Chris's potato head. He's like, "Ding. Oh, what is that?" Right? It's just falling from the sky. No, she definitely met up with him. Otherwise, how the hell did he get the key? Come on. Oh man, so many contradictions, you guys. Just so many. Oh man, okay. I'm like, my allergies are definitely kicking in now. Thank you so much, Dragon Onion. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. She's got me plastered, rocks. I've been drinking every time she goes, with a lie following and makes the groaning noise. Yes, yes. Hey, however you guys have to get through this, hey, it's fine by me. All right. Make it the game you want it to be. Do you want to drink every time she says, or do we want to drink every time she says, "I think," or "I don't remember," right? Either way, we're going to end up plastered either way at the end of this live stream. So, hey, whatever makes it fun for you. Oh man. The doll picture was probably part of the spells. Oh. That is so creepy. I don't even want to think about that. That is so creepy. You're probably right though. Mm. I do want to look into that, the whole side of, how she believed in all this black magic and all these spells and potions and stuff. I do want to go into that. It just, it's creepy for me. It kind of creeps me out. I don't know. Especially, after what happened, right, to me back from the sand dunes is like, do I want to touch on that, or is another deer gonna pop out out of nowhere on my way to the mailbox, right? I'm like walking. There's a deer that just runs me over. It's like, what the hell? Where did this deer come from? Uh, anyway, let's hope not, right? Knock on wood. Let's continue. I'm like, where's my cursor? There it is.
I didn't
That's all right.
realize.
So we ran through something that the first time we talked, you were really tired. The second time, you were overly stressed, and you had thought of some very important stuff that you wanted to talk about. So it's fine. And I don't mind talking to you as many times as I have to talk to you to get everything down that could at some point be very important. It's fine.
Understood.
So just
Understood.
don't worry about that. My job is to talk to you and make sure that this stuff is, placed in a report so it's there forever. So it's fine. Again, I just keep telling you every time. When you remember things, just call me and we'll get it down. All right?
Okay, yeah, and I hope you guys pull cameras and all that, because I'm trying to help you. I'm really honestly disappointed that you guys don't have all my text messages or don't think that you do. It makes me sad. I want you guys to have them. You need them, and it's frustrating to me. But I'll just tell you everything I know, and we'll go from there.
That's right.
Hold on.
All right, somebody take your shot. Take your shot, or, puff, puff, pass. Please pass it this way. Counterclockwise, please. Whichever way gets closer to me. Please pass it. What in the world? What? She just said, I'm so disappointed that you don't have any of the text messages that I deleted. You don't know how sad it makes me to know that I deleted all the text messages and that you don't have them. Or at least I think you don't have them, right? Anyway, I'm just so frustrated that you haven't been able to recover all of the evidence that I purposely deleted. Uh, I really wish I could help you guys, but I really wish that I could undelete all of the deleted text messages. Anyway, what? She's frustrated? Girl, you should have never deleted the text messages then if you were trying to be this helpful. Next time, don't delete evidence if you're trying to get the police to have evidence. What? Come on. This is so absolutely ridiculous. Let's listen to that again because, wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Don't worry about that. My job.
Oh, and actually, before we get there, I want to listen. Let's listen to what Kevin says, right? Because he's like, my job is to talk to you. That is really my job. And you can call me at any time because that's my job. But I really want you to tell me things that are important, right? This is the part where I think that Kevin is over it, right? He's just over her bullshit. He's over all of her lies, all of her little sprinkles of, barely remembering some of the memories, right? So he's like, he keeps asking her, okay, what else? Okay, next. Okay, what else? Right? Because he really wants to see Nichol remembering things and writing them down. Things that actually matter, though, right? Not where I got sat at BJ's. Oh, it was to the left. 16D. Remember that. That is the seat in case you ask my server, right? None of that matters. But you can kind of tell that Kevin is kind of getting annoyed with her a little bit. He's like, okay, well, my job is to talk to you and call me whenever you want, but also please call me with important information. Don't just call me to tell me that you already forgot what you were going to tell me. Oh my God.
That's all right. So we ran through something that
I think, and I don't remember when he got home.
Okay. Next time you guys go out?
Was that Saturday. The 11th.
And you guys.
And that was
the lazy.
Yeah, the story. Yeah.
Okay. So we got that all down. What's next on your list?
Sorry, I forgot about all of that stuff, and I didn't.
That's all right. So we ran through something that the first time we talked, you were really tired. The second time, you were overly stressed, and you had thought of some very important stuff that you wanted.
You see how he's bringing it up? He's like, so, yeah, I mean, whatever. The first time we talked, you were tired. The second time we talked, you were overly stressed. The third time we talked, what was your excuse then? Oh, yeah, you were hungry. The fourth time that we talked, what was your excuse that time? Oh, that's right, you didn't get enough sleep. The 5th time we talked, what was your excuse then? Oh, that's right. You were hungry again, right? So it's almost like Kevin is letting her know, indirectly, right? Or very subtly. Every time I talk to you, you have some kind of excuse. You never remember shit. Why is that, right? It's like a little tiny like jab at her. What do we think? Is it just me? I do think that at this point Kevin is over it. All right, I want to ask you guys this question. All right, I'm going to put it up in a poll. Do we think that Kevin is over it by this point? Because that is how I hear it, right? But I don't know how you guys are hearing it. Do you think he's annoyed at this point? I think that he is. And he's just, these little subtle jabs. Like, okay, I'm kind of over every single excuse that you come up with. Please tell me something important. All right. So the question is, do we think Kevin is annoyed with her at this point, right? Because of just the way that he's explaining things, right? At this point. Yes, no, and then the other one, maybe, right? Maybe. Let's just do maybe as the third option. All right, let's go ahead and start the poll. I just want to see what you guys think, because that is what it sounds like to me when I hear his voice, especially when we hear him talk to her in other situations, other circumstances. He laughs, but this laughter seems more like an annoying laughter, right? He's kind of like, ha 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 ha, I'm over this. Can you please give me important stuff, right? Like, stop talking about stupid shit. Oh, man. Aw, Sherry, don't blame Jim. Leave Jim alone. That would be a good shirt to have, right? With just her face, like that funny face that I use for a lot of her. Anytime that I want to add her into a funny version, make her a funny face, I always add that one where she's like, "Mm." Yeah, that would be kind of funny. Aw, Britt, yay, member for 2 months. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate you so much. Neffy, I saw that. Neffy, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Aw, happy live stream. Aw, thank you, Neffy. Yeah, what do we think Kevin is still haunted by this case? Oh, man. I wonder if he watches me. I do sometimes wonder. Sometimes I get paranoid. I look out the window. I'm like, is Kevin here to arrest me? Right? He's showing up with his handcuffs, right? They have fluff on them. They have fur. They're purple and hot pink, right? And he's like, I'm here to handcuff anybody that talks shit about Nichol Kessinger, right? I'm like, you got the wrong handcuffs, guy. Yeah, I think those belong to Nichol. Right? Yeah, but I do get paranoid that he's going to arrest me sometimes. I think Kevin was limited how far he could go in depth with questions, and that was apparent in the first video. Yeah, I agree. I definitely think so too. Yeah, definitely gratitude. Yeah, he was definitely limited. So I do wonder if somebody limited him with the questions that he can ask Nichol Kessinger, right? Because I've wondered, is he just incompetent? Is he simping? Is he in love? Or is it that someone told him to ask these stupid questions, right? Do we think they hooked up? I don't know. That's actually, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff on Reddit. I try to stay off of that cesspool. But a lot of theories on there that they might have. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. The thing is, I don't really care. I just want her to be investigated. And I wanted Kevin to be fired. If he did a terrible job, of course. If he was told to do a terrible job, then he was just doing his job. All right. Do we think Kevin is annoyed with her at this point? 81% say yes. 82. No, and maybe. All right. 16% say maybe. Hey, we don't know, right? I think he might be, or he might be at least getting to that point. Let's go ahead and listen.
Saturday. The 11th.
And you guys.
And that was
the lazy.
Yeah, the story. Yeah.
Okay. So we got that all down. What's next on your list?
Sorry, I forgot about all that stuff, and I didn't.
That's all right. So we ran through something that I'm, the first time we talked, you were really tired. The second time you were overly stressed and you had thought of some very important stuff that you wanted to talk about. So it's fine. And I don't mind talking to you as many times as I have to talk to you to get everything down that could at some point be very important. It's fine.
Understood.
So just
Understood.
don't worry about that. My job is to talk to you and make sure that this stuff is, placed in a report so it's there forever. So it's fine. Again, I just keep telling you every time when you remember things, just call me and we'll get it down. All right?
Okay, yeah, and I hope you guys pull cameras and all that, because I'm trying to help you. I'm really honestly disappointed that you guys don't have all my text messages, or don't think that you do.
Or don't think that you do. She even corrects herself. Oh my God. She corrected herself and says, I'm sad that you don't have my text messages, or don't think you do. Do you have them, Kevin? Give me a hint. Blink twice if you do. Right? And it's what? And then even before that, she says, I hope that you get all of the camera footage of the BJs that I told you I sat at. Again, right? Is that the reason that she was giving Kevin the exact location of the BJs? So that they can go check those cameras, but not the cameras at the Lazy Dog? Right? She only gives information when she wants them to look, right? She's like, yeah, go to BJ's. You'll see, I was there. I was in the middle, right? 16D is the seat. My server's name was Elizabeth C. Okay, there's at least 16 Elizabeths there, but make sure it's the one with the C. Yes, C as in cow. What? Why? Why does she want them to check the BJ's, but she doesn't want them to check Lazy Dog? That's weird, right? And then she goes ahead and says, I really wish you guys had all of the text messages that I deleted. Actually, I'm glad that you don't. Oh my God. Let's go ahead and keep listening to this. This is so crazy.
It makes me sad. I want you guys to have them. You need them, and it's frustrating to me. But it's I'll just tell you everything I know, and we'll go from there.
That's right.
Hold on. Hold on. What else? Oh, okay. So now.
Okay, she's buying cognitive time here, right? Is that what she's doing? Kevin just asked her, all right, what's next? And she's like, hold on. Oh my God. I don't know, Kevin. I forgot. Yeah, it's because she didn't write anything down.
Let's go to this last week.
Okay.
Can't with her.
Let's see. Depends. Okay.
Let me check, Kevin. Let me check. Oh, my eyes hurt. Did you know that, Kevin? I can't see. Hold on. Can you hear me flipping the pages, Kevin? Believe me, I'm trying. Hold on, though. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm checking. I just can't find anything right now. She's doing the most. She's doing things that she shouldn't be doing right now. Just say something, Nichol. At this point, she's flipping through pages. She's buying cognitive time. She's trying to make it sound like she's so really trying, right? She's really trying, digging in there. Oh, brain, please help me remember something of value. Bullshit. She doesn't have anything. She called Kevin so that she can get some information from him, right? She's fishing. That's what she's doing. She's not looking up information that she wrote down. She's getting her lore set up, right? She's got the line. That's what she's doing. She's putting together the lore. She's like, hold on, Kevin, give me a second. Let me find out. Anyway, this is the lore that is perfect for this catfish. Let me go. I don't know, Kevin. Do you have my text messages? Do you? I don't know. Please let me know. I'm trying to find more information. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Caught it. Oh, this is a big one. That's what she's doing. She's fishing for information. Wow. And somehow Kevin is like, "Oh, I'm here for you. You can talk to me whenever you want. If you remember something, just call me, even if it's 2 in the morning." Wow.
Um, so Monday, I think probably the most important.
I'm going to rewind it all and then just listen to the whole thing without any interruptions. Okay. Let's just listen to what she's doing. Listen to her, right? Listen to her breath. Listen to her mouth. Listen to whatever she's doing. She's buying cognitive time.
Okay. So we got that all down. What's next on your list?
Sorry, I forgot about all of that stuff, and then I didn't.
That's all right. So we ran through something that the first time we talked, you were really tired. The second time you were overly stressed and you had thought of some very important stuff that you wanted to talk about. So it's fine. And I don't mind talking to you as many times as I have to talk to you to get everything down that could at some point be very important. It's fine.
Understood.
So just don't worry about that. My job is to talk to you and make sure that this stuff is, placed in a report so it's there forever. So it's fine. Again, I just keep telling you every time you when you remember things, just call me and we'll get it down. All right?
Okay, yeah, and I hope you guys pull cameras and all that, because I'm trying to help you. I'm really honestly disappointed that you guys don't have all my text messages or don't think that you do. It makes me sad. I want you guys to have them. You need them, and it's frustrating to me. But it's I'll just tell you everything I know, and we'll go from there.
That's right.
Hold on. Hold on, what else? Oh, okay. So now let's go to this last week.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. So Monday, I think probably the most important conversation that I had with him after all of that took place was that first phone conversation on Monday.
Oh my God. A lot of a lot of and then a lot of I think it was Monday. I think. I don't remember though, but I think it was Monday. Monday. How long did it take for her to get those words out? I need a nap after listening to her. Oh man. Hey, this is why I said bring your stress ball, bring your favorite beverage, bring your Xanax, right? Bring your meds if you need them, because this is going to be very painful. It is, right? And I'm glad that we're all in this together because oh my God, if I had to watch this again by myself and then edit, it would be an absolute nightmare for me. So I'm glad that you guys are all joining in the nightmare with me. So thank you for being here. Uh, but right, did you hear that? She goes into Monday and she's like, I think this is probably the most important conversation I had with him. It was on Monday. Let's go ahead and see what she says. She's thinking up lies. Yes, Janet. Yes, exactly. It's because she didn't write any of these memories down, right? As Kevin asked her, she doesn't have anything to say because all she's doing is fishing for information. So now that Kevin is still pushing back and he's like, okay, what else? Give me more. She's like, oh, shit. I don't have any more. Let me just make something up real quick. So now she's coming up with Monday. Let's go ahead and see what she says about Monday.
Night, the later one. Remember I told you were telling me there's two big ones?
Right.
And the first one was the one where he mentioned.
Okay. So she also brought her voice down, right? So, and it's more raspy now. So she's like, You mentioned the one on Monday, right? That's the one we're talking about, the two big ones. So now she's talking about the two big ones, right? What is she talking about when she's talking about the two big ones? Definitely nothing on Chris's body. Um, she's talking about the two big phone calls, right? The two big ones at the end of the night, 50 minutes and then 52 minutes. That's what she's talking about, the two big ones. So she wants to bring these up again. All right. So these two calls, let's see what she says. All right. Let's just go ahead and see what she says. A bunch of nonsense, of course, but let's go ahead and see.
The sheets, the smelly sheets of his kids, and that was also the one where he was telling me he was going to go get his wife's wedding ring appraised. That same conversation, I don't remember exactly how he phrased this. I don't remember what led to this, but he told me something about he mentioned that he had told, I don't know what he said. He said something about the separation and how she was okay with the fact that he wanted a separation, or that something like that. And I remember thinking,
All right. So she brought back the dirty sheets, right? The dirty sheets. Let's talk about the dirty sheets again. Even though I brought it up earlier in this conversation and the last conversation, let's talk about it again. The dirty sheets. And now she's talking about the ring and pawning it and appraising it and whatever else she's about to say here. But oh my God. This is a lot, isn't it? This is a lot. Thank you, Dragon Onion. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Perpetrators often like to get close to the investigation. How does he not see this? Calls in the middle of the night with useless information, if any at all. P.S. I'm drunk, not NK's cousin drunk though. Oh no. Aw, well, I wish I could be in your level right now because, man, I am completely sober. Okay, completely. Just the H2O particles, right? That's all I have. Just H2O, not particles, molecules. That's all I'm able to hydrate myself with right now. No wine for me, guys, and no interesting Dr. Pepper, right? Hey, I like Dr. Pepper with a little kick too. Hey, I don't know. Maybe that's the one thing that Sarah Booze and I have in common. I like my little Dr. Pepper with a little kick sometimes. I mean, not always, but hey. Um, but yes, exactly, Dragon Onion. See, the thing is, when people commit these crimes, usually, I wouldn't, actually, I shouldn't say usually. Sometimes the perpetrators like to watch the news, right? Or they like to be present at the funeral. They like to see what other people are seeing, what they're thinking, right? And they want to know that they are in control. This is something that I've, definitely clocked with Nichol Kessinger, is that she is not really giving information, but rather she would be considered the perpetrator that wants more information, right? She's hanging out on the sidelines. She wants to know, what do they know? Right? Do they know this extra information that only I know? So, in a way, it gives her some form of control. Every time that she talks to Kevin, whether it's at 2 in the morning or she's texting him in the middle of the day or she's emailing him, she wants to know that she is in control. And she does so by fishing for information, right? So, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And this is something that I think Kevin should have figured out very early on, and he didn't. He's like, yeah, I think it's weird that you call me at 2 in the morning and don't tell me anything, but I'm not going to suspect that you are trying to fish for information. I think that's so weird. How did he not see that? Isn't he trained? Again. Anyway, let's continue.
to myself, wait a minute. What? Oh, God, I'm drawing a blank. Here's the deal, is he had been telling me the whole time that I was, I don't remember, what.
What? Okay. Now she's starting to sound like that creature from that scary movie. Have you guys seen The Grudge, right? The Grudge, it's about a lady that she's got hair on her face and she goes, that's what she's starting to sound like. Or a pterodactyl, maybe. Does she sound like a pterodactyl? Maybe a raptor? What is she sounding like? She's making all kinds of weird noises now, right? What? She can't come up with any lies.
Like the later one. Remember I told you, you were telling me there's two big ones?
Right.
And the first one was the one where he mentioned the sheets, the smelly sheets with his kids.
Yes, V-Bug. Yes, the noise is the clicker from The Last of Us. Yes. Oh my God. Right on. Oh my gosh. That is so accurate. Yes. That's what she sounds like. The clicker from The Last of Us. Right? Oh my goodness. The Exorcist. Oh man. Wow, you guys are so accurate with this stuff. I immediately thought The Grudge and maybe some either I don't know, some type of contraption, right? Some type of I don't know, something that was built and has something that is, powering it. Who knows, like a steamboat or something, a train, right? That is what I'm thinking of, a locomotive. But yes, she sounds exactly like the clickers from The Last of Us. Oh my God. You guys are so great.
And that was also the one where he was telling me he was going to go get his wife's wedding ring appraised. That same conversation, I don't remember exactly how he phrased this. I don't remember what led to this, but he told me something about he mentioned that he had told, I don't know what he said. He said something about the separation and how she was okay with the fact that he wanted a separation, or that something like that. And I remember thinking to myself, wait a minute, what? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. Here's the deal: is he had been telling me the whole time that I was spending time with him, that he was.
Oh, she has no lie here, right? That's what we're seeing. Tammy, oh my gosh, I just noticed. Oh my God, the blue kitty. Oh, you guys. Oh, I don't know why. I just got so happy. I got distracted, you guys. It's my ADHD. I just saw Tammy with the blue kitty next to her, and I have the blue kitty. That means it's been, oh my gosh, how many months now? That's amazing. We're seeing the blue kitty now. Aw. Thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are awesome. I just got so excited to see a different colored cat. It's so great. Where was I? Just got so distracted already. Um, right. She has no lie to say here, right? She is just fucking lost at this point. She's like, he said that, yeah, something about the. Here's the deal. The deal is, I don't have any more lies to tell you, Kevin. I ran out of them. I don't know what the fuck I should say right now because I'm out of lies. Actually, that's what she should say, right? I think she should just may as well just admit that you don't know what you're gonna say anymore, Nicole, because at this point she's sounding very, very desperate, right? She's sounding desperate to sound innocent, at least in my opinion. And she's very desperately trying to come up with one thing, just one. She's like, I already mentioned the dirty sheets. Let me not talk about that anymore. He's annoyed. I already brought up the ring. Let me not talk about that. He's annoyed. What else? Right. So then instead, she just starts making raptor noises, right? Oh my God. And I think, well, I don't know. Exactly, Ratitude. How many times does she have to say Let's continue.
Getting separated, and he kept saying that he was the one who initially initiated the separation, and then that it was more of a mutual thing. Like, he said that he was the one who had initially brought it up,
Okay.
like, before we had met, and then, like, she was on board with it, where she was just like, I'm not happy either, let's do this. And then
Huh? What? I'm a happy eater? Is that what she said? Or did maybe I misheard. What did she say?
initiated the separation,
Initially
and
initiated.
then that it was more of a mutual thing. Like, he said that he was the one who had initially brought it up,
Okay.
like, before we had met, and then, like, she was on board with it, where she was just like, I'm not happy either, let's do this. And then I remember telling you guys that.
Huh? Did she really say that? I'm a happy eater. I think. Okay. So she's claiming that Chris initially initiated the initiation and that he initially initiated wanting to separate from Shanann before they met, right? She had to throw that in there. And before we met. It has nothing to do with me. Those two were already separating way before I came into the picture. I mean, I am a fucking amazing woman and all, and I am a breath of fresh air. But no, he's not breaking up his family to be with me. It was happening before me. Come on. All of the evidence says that this is a lie, right? The evidence shows that Chris was okay with his family prior to Nichol Kessinger, so much so that he wanted a new baby. I mean, I can't really think of him being all that annoyed with his family if he's wanting a new baby. He wanted a boy. So he's the one asking his wife, "Hey, let's have a baby, right? Let's make our family even bigger. Let's go ahead and bring a child into this world." And she's saying, "Oh, it all happened before me." No, they were actually thinking about separating way before I even existed. Oh, please. Really? Is that why Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant and ready to have an entire party for the new baby? Come on. Oh, Love Buzz. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you. I appreciate the super chat. She sounds like an old rickety door. Yes. Here, let's go and celebrate. She does. She really does. I have actually edited her as a creaky door in the past. So, oh man. Yeah, she sounds like what you would expect walking into an old home, right? A really, really old house. It's never, there haven't been people living there for ages. You open the door, you go, and then you step and you go, right? And you just fall through. That's what she sounds like. Okay, Sunlime. Okay, so she did say happy eater, right? Yeah. What does that mean? Exactly, Eric. What does she mean by that? What do you guys think she means by that? She a happy eater. What is that? All right, let's go ahead and end this other poll. We are at 104 votes. Thank you guys. Thank you for voting here. So we do think that Kevin is annoyed with her at this point, and then 11 and 15% are kind of like, I don't know, not really, maybe. All right, thank you guys. Yeah, what do we think with this? What does she mean by happy eater? Happy camper? Is that what she meant? But she didn't want to say it because she's like, oh no, I just went camping with Chris. So she doesn't want to say it, happy camping? I don't know. That's weird. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that.
When he was going to go to North Carolina, thing. Like, he said that he was the one who had initially brought it up.
Okay.
Like, before we had met, and then, like, she was on board.
Oh, got it. This is why I depend on you guys. So she said he's not happy either. Oh, okay. So, okay. I'm like, what does she mean by happy eater? Oh, so she's not happy either. Okay, either. Okay, got it. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Because I heard happy eater, not either. All right, let's go ahead and listen to that again.
Wait a minute.
Oh, God.
What? Oh, God, I'm like drawing a blank. Here's the deal, is like, he had been telling me the whole time that I was like spending time with him, that he was getting separated, and he kept saying that he was the one who initially initiated the separation, and then that it was more of a mutual thing. Like he said that he was the one who had initially brought it up,
Okay.
like before we had met, and then like she was on board with it, where she was just like, I'm not happy either. Let's do this. And then
Okay, yeah, so she does say, "I'm not happy either." Okay, but she doesn't say either, though, she says eater. "Okay, I'm not happy either." I'm like, "Wha you like to eat? Like, what does that have to do with your relationship, that you're a happy eater?" I like to eat, and I'm a happy eater too, right? When I'm eating my hamburgers or whatever it is that I'm eating, my quesadillas, no more empanadas for me. I'm just like, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely a happy eater. But that's what I heard. So thank you guys. Thank you for correcting me and thank you for letting me know what she actually said. Again, this lady, I don't know what she says half of the time. Just like Ronnie, right? I need a lot of translation when it comes to Ronnie. So thank you all. Thank you all who are helping me understand what it is that Ronnie is saying half the time because I don't know what that man says. Oh my goodness. Eric, oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Eric Issa. You're amazing. NK, the antithesis of breath of fresh air. Yeah, bad breath, more likely, right? Oh my god. Yeah, she is the antithesis of I'm a breath of fresh air. Oh, please. Oh man, let's continue.
I I remember telling you guys that when he was going to go to North Carolina, I kind of like backed away from the situation, and I was like, hey, I think you should try to fix things with her because you have a really beautiful life with her, and I think you should try to fix stuff. And he kept telling me, like, I don't want to, I don't think she wants to, and I was just like, please try, like, just please try. Like, I just thought he had such a beautiful life, and I was willing to just leave his life. I was like, if you work things out with your wife, I'm gone. And like, and that's fine, and he'd always be like, well, what about us? And I'd be like, don't worry about us. Like, try to fix stuff with her. And he said, okay, I will. And then when he went to North Carolina, he told me that he sat down and had a conversation with her and that he told her that he wanted to fix it. That is what he said to me. He told her that he wanted to fix it, and she said no, that she still wanted the separation, and that she was ready to file for divorce. So I was under the impression when he got home from North Carolina that the divorce was filed. That was what I was under the impression. And so
That divorce was filed. That was what I was under the impression of. Wow. Nicole said a lot of things that don't make any sense to anybody with common sense. She said, "You have such a beautiful life. Your life is so beautiful. It's beautiful, Chris. Your life is so beautiful. You should fix your relationship with your wife. You really should. Fix your marriage, Chris. It's just so beautiful." Yet she was just talking about how Shanann spent all the money and oh my god, it's finances and oh, he just didn't really feel like it anymore and oh, I'm not happy either. So, how can a relationship be beautiful while also be having all of these problems and they're talking about getting separated even before she came into the picture, yet she's seeing it as beautiful. The other thing, right? The other thing is the obvious, right? That is that she took him to the sand dunes. So she took him to the sand dunes the weekend prior. And then she's saying, your life is so beautiful. Please fix it. Forget the amazing trip that I just took you on. Forget the fact that you just went sandboarding for the first time, that you just went camping for the first time, you started a fire for the first time, you went to the hot springs for the first time, you saw a beautiful night sky without any light pollution for the first time. Yeah, forget about all of the beautiful things I've done for you. Fix your relationship with your wife, Chris. You have such a beautiful life. Huh? What? How does she have, again, the thing is, Nicole Kessinger forgets what she says. It almost seems like she'll say something and then she forgets that she said it and then says, "Oh, I was actually telling him to fix it with his wife." Even though she just talked about this beautiful trip that she took him on. Even though we have evidence that she was sexting him, that she was sending all kinds of nudes to him, we have evidence that she did not leave him alone to figure it out with his wife, right? We have evidence that the entire time that Chris was in North Carolina, she was not letting him forget that she existed. She reminded him every single day and every single night that she was back home in Colorado. Look at it, right? It is right here. The evidence is in black and white. It can't be made up. And we can't even speculate on this because it is actually in black and white. There is a call at 9:11 p.m., another one on August 2nd, another one on August 3rd. So every single day that Chris was in North Carolina, he was calling Nichol Kessinger for hours, okay? Hours, 68 minutes, 82 minutes. Look, this one only lasted 14 minutes, but I wonder if she threw a little shit fit because of it. Look at this one, 42 minutes, right? August 5th, 10:33 p.m., 89 minutes. How? How can this lady say that she was trying to get Chris to work on his marriage while simultaneously calling him and talking to him every single day and every night and sending him nudes and reminding him about the beautiful sand dunes experience that they had together? That does not make sense. It doesn't make any sense. You can't be saying that your life is beautiful and then trying to give him an even better life by sending him off to the sand dunes. It is a complete contradiction of everything that she is saying. Everything. Everything. What do you guys think? Happy eater? Yeah, we're all happy eaters here. I like to eat. Oh, there's one person that was not a happy eater, and that was her ex, right? Sean. I don't like Sean. He does not like to eat anything down south. He doesn't even like crabs. I don't know. I've never met anybody that doesn't like seafood. Oh my God. Wow. I'm actually at a loss for words right now because I can keep going with how ridiculous everything that she just said is, but we need to continue. Let's continue.
Then on Monday, when we were on that one phone call where he was just saying all sorts of weird stuff, he again, I don't remember exactly what was said, but it was something along the lines of she was okay with the fact that I wanted the separation.
Right.
And then I remember asking him, I was like, wait a minute, when you were in North Carolina, you told me that you tried to fix it with her, and she was the one who said that she didn't want to fix it.
Okay.
And he's like, no, and then he goes, no, I just told her that I still wanted, to continue with the separation. And I'm just thinking in my head, he lied to me. God, he fucking lied to me.
He lied to me, God. You fucking lied to me. Oh, he told me he was gonna separate him, and he said he's gonna still fix it with his wife, and I'm like, oh, lied to me. He lied to me, Kevin. No, he didn't. He did not. Really, right? Again, this is Nichol Kessinger saying, oh, I wanted him to fix it with his wife. Except the weekend, I should say a day prior, they were having a blast at the sand dunes. How does that work? How was Chris supposed to pick his family when Nichol Kessinger just gave him the trip of a lifetime? Oh my God. And then she's saying that he's the one who's lying to her. Wow. Insufferable. Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Oh, thank you so much, Wolf Baby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Wolf Baby Jen. You're looking better every day. Love you, rocks. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I am definitely feeling a lot better. So thank you guys. I'm so glad that Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys can also sense it too. Having concussions is not fun. Right, because even if it's very mild, it still lingers. I still feel a little foggy brained sometimes. I'm like, I need extra sleep. I've noticed I do need extra sleep, but I am getting better. So thank you. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, she was begging him to get off the phone with her and save his marriage. Exactly. I mean, come on. Yeah, hey, are you sleeping next to her? Are you talking to your wife? Oh my god, you better not be. You better not be using those condoms. I checked. I made sure that you had 2 left. So when you get back, I need to make sure you still have those same 2 left, right? She is so up his bunghole that she knows even how many condoms the man has used, right? And she's claiming, "Oh, I was trying to get him to fix his marriage with his wife." Really? It does not make any sense at all. Let's continue.
He lied so much.
Okay. So that just
It's
struck you as another lie.
Yeah, so that one I don't. Well, yeah, well, and then now I'm seeing the news where he's telling everybody that he separated from her on that he said he told her he wanted a separation on the Monday that she went missing, and I'm just thinking in my head like he told me that he had already had that conversation with her before I was even in his life.
Well, and so not to cause you any more stress, but so when you're talking to him on Monday, this is Monday, right? This isn't Sunday. This is
No,
Monday.
this is Monday.
So this is after.
Monday. No, this is Monday. Kevin says, "I don't want to cause you any more stress, but I need you to clarify. Is this Sunday or Monday?" And then she goes, "No, yeah, this is Monday." Oh shit, is it Monday? Right? I almost sense that she's feeling very paranoid with Kevin asking her all these questions. And then she's second guessing herself almost, right? She's like, "Oh shit, does he know something about Monday that I don't?" Right? That's the feeling that I'm getting, but let's continue.
The event. This is after the murders.
Yes. Yes.
He is telling you that she mentioned that she was okay with the separation, although you know
Yes.
now that that wasn't accurate. That was something different than he had previously told you, and certainly she couldn't have been really saying anything, unfortunately. So, I mean, he's making up stories after his wife is deceased. Is that a fair
Yeah,
statement?
well,
Is that I'm kind of trying to follow where you're going.
Yeah,
I don't
we are
honestly.
too.
It just struck me as odd because I don't know if he was talking about the conversation they had that day or if
Okay.
he was talking.
Right? Ugh. It's every time that her voice goes like this, right? It's the inflection. She's like, me, me, right? It's the up and the up and the down. And I don't know. I don't know. Really know. I think it's a Monday. Right? All of the sounds, every little jitter, we can still hear it. It's a phone conversation, but I still can tell a little bit that she's nervous, right? Um, what I mean by a little bit is because she's still very much trying to keep it together, right? She's holding it in. She's trying to sound convincing while at the same time losing her shit, right? So this is what is so crazy about this phone conversation is that she really tried to hold it together. Kevin is putting a lot of pressure on her and she's still trying very much to convince him that she had nothing to do with it, right? Although you can hear it in her voice that she is very nervous because of the questions. So, oh man, it's so crazy. Yeah, Kevin is an idiot. Oh my God. Sometimes I do, I want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt most times, but sometimes it's just really hard because the guy should be trained on this, right? He should know when someone is lying to him. But the thing is, and I've said before, and many of you have said, they should have given her a female investigator, right? They should have given her a woman. I think that she would not have been that okay lying to a woman to her face or even via phone because I don't think that she really gets along with women all that well, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't really see Nicole being, a gal, what is it, a gal's gal, right? She's not out here advocating for other women's rights, right? Or I'm advocating for my friend. I really want her to do well in life. Like, I don't really see her as that type of person. So I do think that had she had a female investigator, she would not have been able to get away with all of these lies. I will say that until forever, right? I do believe that they messed up in giving her Kevin. Kevin, Kevin, Kevin. I don't know. Even if they had given her Graham Coder, maybe. I think Graham Coder is way more serious, right? He was definitely trying to get to the bottom of the truth. Even him, I think he would have done a better job than Kevin. But oh my god. Carrie, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Here, let's celebrate. Celebrate. Koback. What is it? Defective detective. Yes. Oh my god, you just have to switch out one letter, right? One letter, the F or the T, and he becomes defective. Yeah. I don't know how he didn't clock this, right? During this phone call. Let's continue.
Fortunately. So, I mean, he's making up stories after his wife is deceased. Is that a fair
Yeah,
statement?
well,
Is that I'm kind of trying to follow where you're going.
I don't honestly, it just struck me as odd because I don't know if he was talking about the conversation they had that day or if
Okay.
he was talking about North Carolina. But either way,
It just struck you
it was
as a
weird.
lie.
It struck me weird because he said that he was the one that was like pushing for it now, and I was just thinking in the back of my head, like he made it sound like when I first got into his life that he was the one who had brought up the separation, but that she was like super gung-ho about it. Like he made it sound like she was all on board with it. And then when they were in North Carolina, he's the one who said that he tried to fix it and she didn't want anything to do with it. So it was weird to me when he was saying that he was the one that initiated the separation, because I'm like, wait a minute, like, and I think it was weird to me because I think he was referring to either whatever happened on Monday morning or he was referring to whatever happened in North Carolina. And I was just really confused because I was like, well, at that point, I thought she was the one pushing you away, like not you pushing her.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So I don't, it's just a lie.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if it has any significance, but it was just a lie that I caught him. And I think everything he told me was a lie, but it was like a lie on top of, it's a lie that contradicted the previous lies that he had told me.
I understand.
What about your lies, Nicole? What about your lies that contradict your other lies that contradict the other contradiction that you contradicted yourself on? What about that? What about all the lies that we have caught her on? I wonder, right? I do wonder if she goes back and replays a lot of these things and she's like, oh shit, that was a contradiction of mine. Oh shit, there's another one. Oh man, I contradicted myself so much. I wonder, right? Because again, she's talking about Chris lying to her. Oh, he lied to me. Oh, what a pig. He's so mean. Yet, all of her lies contradict other lies, right? She's also this, it's like the snowball effect, right? It's one lie and then it piles up to the next one, and then you end up with a humongous snowball. So we have a huge snowball of lies with Nicole Kessinger because she contradicted herself all the time. Yet she's over here saying, oh no, it was Chris. Oh, I'm just a victim. Please, 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 please. Oh, you guys want me to sing? Oh man. Well, somebody's got to be the DJ, right? Someone's going to do the right? Oh man. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I need to remember the song. I do remember the song, but I need the little background, right? The little dun, tch, dun, dun, tch, dun, tch. I'm not really good at that, but anyway, let's continue.
Whatever happened in North Carolina. And I was just really confused because I was like, well, at that point, I thought she was the one pushing you away, like not you pushing her.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So I don't. It's just a lie.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if it has any significance, but it was just a lie that I caught him. And I think everything he told me was a lie, but it was like a lie on top of. It's a lie that contradicted the previous lies that he had told me.
I understand. What's next on your list?
Let me see. Okay, so then.
Ouch! Ouch! Ah! I felt that one. Kevin's like, yeah, I understand. All right, what's next on your list? And she's like, oh. That one hurt. I felt that one. I'm like, oof. Kevin is not buying your bullshit anymore, Nicole. Except somehow she still got away with it. So
In that same exact conversation, two more things happened.
Okay.
One, I was asking him about his daughter's EpiPen because I know that Cece has that tree nut allergy.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't remember like word for word, but it was something along the lines of like, she didn't take your daughter's EpiPen, and he was like, no, and I was like, well, aren't you a little worried? Because I was like trying to do my own reconnaissance, and I was like, aren't you worried about that? And he's like, well, we have like a stash of them in the basement or something like that, and he's like, she probably just took one of those. And I just thought it was weird because several weeks earlier he had told me how expensive EpiPens were. So I'm like, if they're not expensive, how do you have a stash? You don't have a stash. Nobody can afford a stash.
how do you have a stash? You don't get a stash. Nobody can afford a stash. Okay, she made that up, right? Are we in agreement? I don't think that conversation did not happen. She was just put on the spot by Kevin, and he's like, I need you to tell me more. So she's like, well, let me just make something up. I was asking him about the stash. You don't just have a stash. Those are expensive, right? So she then brought up something else to talk about. She's talking about the tree nut allergies and the EpiPens, because that's the only thing that she could think of at that very moment, right? That's the only thing she's like, fuck, I don't know what to say. Let me just talk about the EpiPens. Oh my God. The EpiPens, that's what she wants to bring up. Very last minute too, right? It's almost at the very end of the phone call. She's like, oh yeah, something about the basement. Do you keep EpiPens in your basement? Right. Mentioning the basement again. Exactly, B. What is up with that? Scott, how she said allergy. Allergy. Because they have the allergy. You don't just keep a stash. Nobody has a stash. Wow. Yeah, EpiPens was on TV. Oh. Huh. That's really a whole song dedicated to the stash. I'd be more willing to hear NK's version from her without judging. I can't get over the continuation, or I can't get over continuing the relationship with him, but the involvement part, why didn't Ellie clear her? Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. I mean, if law enforcement had cleared her fully, if they had done a full investigation, we wouldn't be here, right? We wouldn't be talking about it to this day. If they had actually done a full investigation, released the investigation, and then we all see, oh yeah, Nicole is very clearly innocent, right? The thing is that it never happened, right? She didn't get cleared. They kind of just gave Chris a plea deal, and they're like, yeah, here's your plea deal. No one else is ever going to be held accountable. So that's it. Case closed. Let's move on to the next. And that is why we're still sitting here talking about it. Yeah, her vocal fry and voice inflections drive me crazy. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Exactly, Adriana. Yeah, it gets mentioned a lot. Um, yeah, her talking about the EpiPen makes me sick. She knew at that moment that Cece was in an oil tank. Oh my God. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Especially because Kevin asked her, right? He's like, so you mean that Chris is talking to you about Shanann and lying about her even though she's already deceased? And she's like, right, making her little mumbling sounds in the back. It's sounding like, The Grudge, or what do they call the clickers, right? She's like, she can't answer the question though. Yeah. I think by this point, she would have already known that the girls were gone. Yet she was bringing up EpiPens because she has nothing else to talk about. Let's go ahead and continue. We're almost done. It's like literally almost at the end here, but I just want to hear the EpiPen thing again because it's just a blatant lie.
Took one of those. And I just thought it was weird because several weeks earlier he had told me how expensive EpiPens were. So I'm like, if they're not expensive, how do you have a stash? You don't have a stash. Nobody can afford a stash of EpiPens.
Right, they're very expensive.
Yeah, so I almost was like...
Oh, and there it is. it just ended. Where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? I'm kinda curious, where's the rest of it? But anyway, yeah, that was it. Was that not brutal? It was absolutely brutal, at least for me. I had to do it twice, actually more than that because I had to edit some of these things in there. But yeah, isn't that crazy? We looked through, we listened through this whole thing and we looked through our calendar. We also went ahead and looked through her own, right, her very own phone logs to find discrepancies in all of her statements. And as we saw, there is a discrepancy is in almost every single sentence that she says. Almost every single one. I mean, we can probably watch it all over again. You guys would probably hate me if we had to watch it again just so that we can count how many times she lies. But I'm not going to torture you guys. We're not going to do it again. But I just wanted to bring up how important it is, right? To listen to everything that she says and bring up the actual references. We have the references. We have them because it's part of the discovery. And so the one thing that poor Kevin just couldn't do at the time is he couldn't talk to her on the phone and then pull up the references because the references, unfortunately, were not put together in the way that they are now. So, with that, I will give him, some, I don't know, some slack, right? I'll cut him a little bit of slack. The other thing, though, is I won't cut him slack on just, allowing Nicole Kessinger to just ramble, right? She rambles, lies, and then he doesn't stop her. He laughs. He's like, ha ha ha, you're right. And then just lets her talk again for another, 10 minutes talking about BJ's. Like, who cares? He did do a better job in this one, though. Let's give Kevin just a tiny, tiny little round of applause, just like this. And that's it. That's all he deserves. And that is only because he was actually pressuring her a little bit this time. He's like, okay, yeah, what's next? Okay, yeah, what's next on your list? Yep, got it. What's next, right? So because of that, I commend him just a little bit, right? A little bit. Let's just clap like this. Yay, Kevin. Yay. That is the only time that I heard Kevin actually pushing back on her and her getting nervous. And then she's like, "Mm, see, the thing is, I don't really remember anymore. Oh. Right. And making all her noises, right? Whatever she needs to do to make herself sound like she's busy looking up the answers. Oh, I'm looking, Kevin. Trust me. I wrote it all over my notebook. Yeah, I'm looking. I can't find it. Right. So she was doing a lot of distraction and stuff like that. And so because of that, I still wonder, like, why didn't Kevin just shut her up? Right. But anyway, let me know what you think about this video. It was crazy. She said a lot of things that don't make sense. We caught a lot of lies, very blatant lies. And yeah, she went ahead and said that Chris paid for almost everything, right? So again, right, the mistress talking about finances is also the same mistress allowing the man to pay for everything, right? So what do you guys think? You guys let me know. All right, yeah, you guys want me to sing? Oh my god. Oh yeah, you guys want me to sing the song, of course. Yeah, it's mine. It's one of my very first songs, right? I wrote it. Yeah, I spent 2 minutes writing the song. It's called Chris Never Had a Soul. 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 Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's basically it, you guys. Yeah, there's that one, and then I also wrote, my favorite, "Just Read" by Nichol Kessinger. Just read, Chris. Just read. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Yeah. Yeah, I know. A lot of little interesting edits in there, right? I can't wait to get back to editing, you guys. I still have that video that I owe you. The one with Chris wearing the UPS hat. That one it's on its way. I still owe you guys that video. I'm definitely getting better with my eyesight and my brain, and so I'm actually expecting to be back on schedule this week, right? So this week, especially with my members, you guys have been so patient. Thank you guys so much for being so patient as I get our live streams and our members only video as well. This month for unfortunately it's going to be a live stream, but then for July we will have a video. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. You are all very amazing. I am so glad that you guys join in and that we're able to have fun. I love hearing your guys' opinions and your theories and a bunch of awesome insight. You guys, I mean, like I said, you guys have a lot of other information. And so I'm glad that we can get together and join forces, right? Join foreheads. We're just rubbing foreheads like Nicole and Chris. Except we are doing it for other reasons, right? They're doing it for others. We just join forces. We rub our temples and our foreheads together to come up with theories on why it is that Nichol Kessinger lies constantly, right? So thank you guys so much. And before we leave, I do want to just give a huge shout out to anybody and everybody who supports the channel. Thank you guys so much. Boops, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, doing a lot of work. Doing a lot of work with Boops. Boops is super knowledgeable on the case. So thank you. Tiger, Dragon Onion, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I need to be at your level, girl. Believe me, I'm a little envious right now. You get to just hop off and then just feel nice. I'm like, my brain. Neffy, thank you so much. Britt, thank you. Aw, thank you. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Sherry, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Sweet. Oh, I didn't see this one. See, I did not want to miss it. Thank you so much. So glad I found you, Rocks. Aw, thank you. I'm so glad you found me too. I'm so glad that you're joining our live streams. Dragon Onion, thank you so much. Look at this. I missed this one too. Steffacat, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Kevin sat very close when NK brought in her new phone. Yeah. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for that. That's very true. Love Buzz, she sounds like an old rickety dorkery. I know this one's so funny. Thank you so much, Love Buzz. Eric Isa, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Wolf Baby, thank you. And Carrie Fawcett, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. Sherry and Ratitude, thank you guys so much for the jewels. And I do just want to make sure I got everybody. All right. Yes, Ashley, thank you. Thank you for the jewels. Lucky, thank you so much. Say hi to Roly Poly for me. Angela, Love Buzz, and Sherry again. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, you guys just make my day. And I'm so glad that we are back to our, regular schedule and that I'm not all like, just completely thrown off. Carolette, thank you so much. Aw, thank you guys. You guys are so amazing. Oh my God. I hope one day we can all meet. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Wouldn't that be nice? All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining today's live stream. Tomorrow, because unfortunately I just don't have a video for you guys tomorrow, we're going to do another live stream. Hey, let's go ahead and do another live stream. So yes, we will do another live stream tomorrow. So I will see you guys at the same time at 12 p.m. noon, unless something comes up, and I will let you know ahead of time. But yeah, thank you guys. Take care. I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, just be safe out there. Be safe. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you to my mods. Thank you, members. Thank you to our subscribers. Yes. And please make sure to like and subscribe, share, comment on the way out. Thank you guys. Love you all. Be safe. And I'll see you next time.